Well, good evening. I'm so glad that you can be here with us this evening for our midweek ministry update and devotional. And as we get started this evening, I want to just remind you of a couple of things. First, I want to say thank you to all of you who tuned in to worship with us on Easter Sunday morning. We had our usual skeleton crew here in the building, and then we had a lot of church members and church friends who joined us online, and so we appreciate all of you and are grateful for the comments that you made and for the opportunity that you took to be with us. And I want to also thank you for using the connection card that is found online at the website, for sending notes and for letting us know that you were there. I'll just remind you that you go to www.flbc.us /connect, and it takes you directly to that online card, and it is set up for a guest to connect with us following up after a normal on-site worship service. But you can use that as a church member to connect with us and to submit prayer requests. And also in the prayer request box, you can there's room to fill in some information there. You can include the number who was watching with you when you tuned in. So we're not worrying a lot about attendance, but we are a little bit curious to know how many people are watching us. So we thank all of you who submitted a connection card last week, and if you continue to do that, it will be helpful to us in terms of gauging how we are doing with our outreach. Now on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We have a number of activities going on. The young adults are in a fellowship meeting of their own during that time with Patrick and the young adult leaders, and so they'll know how to get in connection with that. But for our other adults in the church family, we have scheduled an online Zoom fellowship at 7 p.m. on Wednesday evenings. Each Wednesday evening, starting tonight, well, actually, we started last Wednesday evening, but after evaluating, we decided, okay, we will go ahead and schedule this across several weeks. And so at this time, we have it scheduled through the 3rd of June, Wednesday, June 3rd. And so you received a link for that in your FLBC news that was sent out this morning. That is not the regular weekly news. It goes out on Friday or Saturday sometimes. It is the one that was sent early today. And so you can find that link. Please feel free to log in. If you only stay 5 minutes just to check in, that's great. If you stay for the whole time, that's fine. But we just want to give our church family an opportunity to see one another and to perhaps hear one another's voices in that type setting. Let me remind you to check our website on a regular basis for different announcements and things that are happening. We don't have activity going on here at our facilities, of course, and so we're not announcing things like that, but we do have different ministry groups and Bible study groups within the congregation who are doing things, and so as they get that information to us, it is posted on the church calendar, and you can access the calendar on the website. Finally, I want to remind you that beginning on Sunday morning, April the 19th, we will launch a new sermon series in the Gospel of Luke. Luke's Gospel is unique in terms of how it stands among the other Gospels. Luke is uniquely the only Gentile writer that we know of in the New Testament. And the authorship of the book of Hebrews, from which I'll teach shortly, is much disputed. Paul is widely thought to be the author of Hebrews, but the vocabulary and the style is different from any of his other work, and so some think that Apollos may have written Hebrews. There's a scholarly vein of thought that thinks that Priscilla may have written Hebrews. And so we'll look into Luke's Gospel as that one that we are certain of, that the writer is Luke the doctor, the physician, and the Gentile and the companion of the Apostle Paul on his missionary journeys, some of his journeys. And so we'll start that series on Sunday morning. You can go ahead and begin reading in Luke's Gospel. We will be in this series for almost a year. And so we just encourage you to go ahead and begin reading and study cross-references and related passages from other books of the Bible. Just immerse yourself in it and allow God to speak to you in the Gospel of Luke. Thank you again for being with us on Easter Sunday, and thank you for being with us this evening for this Co-Pastors Ministry update. We are praying for each of you, and we know you're praying for one another and keeping track of one another. And so if you will, please just continue to reach out to us by phone call and email and text message and let us know what's going on. God bless you, and we'll see you again in a few minutes for the Bible study.